And welcome back, everyone. So, our party are having a nice dinner and talking about their experiences and their lives at the moment. And there was a knock at the door. Who answers the door?
I'm already up. I'll get that door.
Perfect.
Oh, do you do the thing of when you open it, you go behind it so that they don't know that the person who's coming in doesn't know you're there?
Nah, she's pissed. She opens the door.
Behind the door.
I'm a head down.
Oh, hey. Oh, it's so good to see.
No, Nolan, I invited them.
Ah! She opens the door. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else."
That's cool. Hey, you guys have been busy. We've been busy. Hello, and Naguk's there as well, and they'll join you for a pleasant dinner.
Lovely.
There's honestly not much to talk about. Like,
Are they dating?
No.
Can we persuade them to?
No. Like, what you would
pressure situation.
What you would gather from a short, pleasant dinner conversation is that they probably started talking about things and they're spending more time together, but nothing official has been done.
Well, that's promising.
Yeah,
that sounds positive. We stand.
Good.
Sometimes you have feelings about someone, and it takes a little while, and you have to get to know them a bit better first.
Yeah, remember this conversation you had with them in the last season about this. It's fine.
I was just thinking, because Halvan is going to be very confused by this whole process. The two, is that good? Right. And that's probably all we're going to be able to contribute.
Anyway, they have a pleasant evening with you, and it's your last sort of evening of quote-unquote normality before you head into the Underdark. Yes.
I have a thing I'd like to do immediately before I go to sleep, like after we all say goodnight to each other. So
yeah, of course. You have accommodations and single rooms, so you will have space to yourself if you wanted.
Mm.
Go for it.
Are we there? Nobody wants to do anything before we say goodnight to each other?
Nolan's getting tanked in the living room.
You can hear the smash as another lamp goes.
Okay, so in the period, so Corey still wants to have a long rest.
Yes.
So after we've said goodnight to each other, Corey's going to go as if to go up to her room, but it's actually going to go to like quite a wide open outside space. Mm-hmm. And it's going to do this for as long as she can, in order to get back to her room for her long rest.
That's fine, yeah.
She's going to practice casting spells to see if she can do it without doing a wild magic surge. I know as a player that that's not possible, but she's going to see if she can.
Thing is, right? Rules. Let's just work it out from a rules perspective, because I like that. If you don't need to re-roll anything, if you don't need to give yourself another opportunity or need a chance to do things differently, you feel like you're under quite a lot of control with what you do. You feel like you can actually place it, and the wild magic things happen like every now and again there'll be a sort of and a duck will appear.
Isn't there, don't I have to roll a d20 regardless whenever I cast a spell without Tides of Chaos?
Yes, but that's a 1 in 20 chance, so it's extremely rare. Like every now and again, half of the wall disappears briefly and then turns translucent and then reappears again. Like every now and again there is something that you can't control, but it's extremely rare. You probably start to, I think it's fair to say, I think with an Arcana roll for safety, but go on, what's an Arcana roll?
That's a 12.
You're starting to glean that there is a connection between you often manage to get out of scrapes better than others. But
good skill.
Yeah, but in doing so, you are giving yourself over to the magical essence that is through you. In other words, you start to understand in world how Tides of Chaos begins to work for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She hates that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
She hates that. Because now it's like either I let things go wrong or I make things wrong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So she goes to bed really sad. Like, I thought I was going to, she was like, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to practice and I'm going to be like Shavareth. And then no.
Wow.
And you still don't talk to anyone about it?
Nope.
Cool.
Okay.
It's a wise move. Nailman's tanked.
You wouldn't remember the next day at all.
Hang on. So magic. No, we're not. Cool.
No one's having that conversation with a bench.
You understand?
Shabari, you're telling me that magic is real?
I thought it was all clever tricks and stuff.
I'm not a wizard. I sold my soul to a sheep. And I have unlimited supplies of grass. Yes, you can have some.
No, you know, there's a bedroll that's looking a bit shifty, and I think it needs
Take it down.
to go and take it down. Look, it's over here.
I'm not a child. It's the pillow, not the bedroll. As she stabs the pillow a few times.
Just to make sure. Cool.
It's dead. It's definitely dead.
Well,
Next morning, you... Oh, for God's sake. Yes, fine. What?
Once Thomas has sorted out the Norman situation and has gone to his room, because we're all sleeping in separate rooms, he said.
You would have been given separate rooms as a general rule. It's up to you what you do.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to...
No one went, it's 5 rooms, right? Or 4. Like, no one did that.
Didn't happen.
I'm going to go and, like, knock on Thomas's door, like, furtively. Quiet knock.
Oh?
Thomas.
Are you right? Come in.
I don't like sleeping on my own. Can I just, like, if I put my bedroll on the floor, can I just sleep in here, please?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Don't do it, Niall. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it now.
Just gonna go and fetch my bedroll and check no one's in the corridor and move it and put it on Thomas's floor and sleep on the floor.
Wait, why don't you take that? I'll sleep on the...
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
Okay.
So wholesome.
Is that it?
Yeah, Dad.
Put down the bass, Niall. It's not happening.
It's staying here.
Child-friendly stream.
I've got the amulet. We've got provisions. I mean, how long do you think we're going to be gone? We're not going to be that long.
Oh, how hard can it be? We'll just pop into the mountain, go, hey, are you a traitor or are you a noble martyr? And then we'll just pop back again.
Yeah.
It's us.
His
We
name is
gorgeous.
Belarath, just reminding you both.
Thank you.
Belarath.
Belarath. Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Belarath.
Hello, Beb. See, an advantage of writing things down.
Yes,
you-
darling.
Yeah.
If you leave Shantae Citadel and head up the mountain towards the way into the Heartcoil Deeps, they are known as the Heartcoil Deeps already because of the strange carvings that curl around various parts inside the mountain, implying that things and people live here, but you've never really seen in any great depth at all. Moving up the mountain, there's a mountain path that seems to head sort of towards the mountain massif itself, which seems a little odd at first unless you know where you're going. And then ahead of you, you see this quite large, ornate stone doorway that's been quite intricately carved. Again, the carvings on the outside here are not these sort of swirling, interesting shapes you find deeper inside that people have told you about, but you've never seen. This is more of a classic, like, dwarven stronghold look. You assume, but you two don't know, that they were here before the Citadel was here. But you've never really questioned it, you've never really asked. You could probably roll history checks if you wanted to, but I don't think either of you are that smart.
How?
I don't know what you're saying, Chris, with my -1 intelligence.
Look, we worked really hard to make characters that were power played to the max, and guess what? That means they're not smart.
I rolled a 9 on my history check.
There we
And
go,
I
you have no
rolled
idea.
a 10.
You have no idea, absolutely no idea.
I don't need to know things. I've got people who tell me things, and yeah, it's a pretty door.
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate beauty. I can look at that and say that door is nice. Yeah,
It's a nice door. It's very nice
It's a nice
done.
door.
It's got sort of blocky, almost like geometric shapes to it as well. But either way, as you pass inside from this sort of glorious spring afternoon, let's say, as you pass, because you wouldn't have been up in the morning, would you both? No.
God.
No.
Didn't think so.
We got up very early at sort of 11.
Yeah. And then we had to have breakfast. Then we had to have,
Second breakfast.
A second breakfast, a light brunch.
The sad thing is that cuts too deep right now, but anyway, as you head through this stone door into the mountain, you do note that it's almost like there are pathways, carved walkings into, this isn't just a natural cave. And as you step inside this first bit, it is very tall. We're talking probably about, about 20 feet above you is the ceiling of this space, and the whole thing is sculpted, very carefully sculpted. You can see the beginnings of these strange swirls in the rock that you don't really know what to make of. They look almost like they're organic, like the rock grew in certain ways. But on the other hand, you know that's impossible because rock doesn't grow, apart from Elchan, who is sort of made of rock anyway. But neither of you are smart enough to really draw any conclusions from that at all. In the side of the walls, either side of this doorway, are two very large golems. They stand at about, nearly touching the ceiling, 15 to 20 foot tall, and they are carved to look like big people. Beyond that, you two don't know either. You know that these are the guardians. They're called the Heartcoil Guardians, are the guardians of this doorway to make sure nothing awful comes out or goes in. And you need a certain amulet to pass them without being attacked, but you have that amulet. Yeah. They don't move. They're like large statues, basically. There's no indication that they would move, but you two know better, and thanks to the amulet, you just pass through without any major incident at all.
Really want to draw spectacles on one of their faces, but that's probably a bad idea.
I mean, who would know? Who would know?
I will climb up the left-hand golem, get some chalk.
Sweetie, be careful.
Draw some pink spectacles on their face.
You carry pink chalk, do you?
Of course.
Fine. You draw little pink spectacles on one of them. That's totally fine. You swear you see one of its eyebrows just go up slightly.
You look fabulous, darling. And then swing back down.
I'm standing at the bottom, like with my arms ready, almost like you weren't going to catch him if he fell, but
it's the thought that counts, sure.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Either way, nothing happens. These two figures stand resolute as you head further into the Heartcoil Deeps. In the morning, you are all prepping to go. Marolia has given you directions to the way that people from the Citadel went under the mountain. There is a sort of genuine path, some kind. You don't know much about it. Marolia doesn't know anything about it, just has a map, which you receive. You are aware of all of the things that have been discussed, that there are these strange amulets you don't know anything about that appear to be somehow connected with the Underdark. You've got the diary. Some of you have read it. Most of you are aware of it. Talks about some scary things in the in this space under the mountain, and you might have some concerns about what that's actually going to be and how it's going to work. But if you head out of the Citadel back towards the mountain, there is a path that goes a slightly different way from up the mountain we went last time that seems to go sort of into it, and you'll all be approaching the mountain and approaching this presumably way inside. Do we have a marching order? Do we have how everyone's doing in the morning?
I was going to ask.
Yes,
one
baby.
of the things is... Wow, am I still drunk? Would we have been able to talk to the giants when they were still here talking trade negotiations with Molia about opening the pass that they once closed?
Interesting. If you want to have that discussion before you leave, I'd let that happen. Sure.
Emlyn would certainly suggest it after Molia's conversation with her.
Would it be the idea that you would want it to be the entire group getting it, or would you want it to be...
Yeah, like, this isn't something she do by herself. She is not confident. She's confident, she's not that confident.
So would the five of you want to go and find Kulnazriem and talk to them before going under the mountain? Under the mountain.
Under the mountain, yeah.
Under the mountain, Frodo.
Yeah.
In which case, the five of you head off. The stone giants aren't staying in the Citadel. There's no houses big enough for them.
Oh, of course.
So they're they're on the way. Basically, stone giants don't tend to have like They don't tend to have like these like humongous dwellings or anything. They tend to live in natural stone formations and make their homes in there. So out here, they're all just sat around. They don't really have tents or that sort of thing. They're just, make and do. So they're on the way.
Yeah. Cool.
Who's leading this conversation if you walk up to them? You can see Conatrium, they're sat with the rest of them, just all talking amongst themselves in these very low rumbling voices.
So, Halanet will lead if no one else is going to.
Shavara, do you speak giant, don't you?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yes.
Halanet was totally leading until...
I didn't want to jump in if anyone else wanted to, but I'm happy to talk to them.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to be able to understand, so Halanet would have given it their best shot. But
I'll translate telepathically for you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Good morning.
We're just heading back to, the place where you abandoned. Any chance you could just open the name and mention paths that you closed for us?
We could do it if it's easy.
The way that we came is impossible now.
Forever.
Unless you can move through stone like I can.
No. I mean, I'll just let me just poll everyone. Anyone got any stone moving ability?
No one holds up like a hammer.
Don't think that's what they meant.
It moves.
Could technically bring a it's a celestial. I was thinking I could bring in a stone, like, what are they called?
Stone elemental?
Stone elemental. Would they be able to then take us through with them?
No.
Fine.
No, I think we're gonna have to go the other way.
We understand there are passages, but they are too small for us.
Ah.
Well, hopefully that won't be an issue for us.
No, you are very small.
Well, Hal's quite tall.
For people of your height, yes. That one is slightly larger.
Yeah, I have a feeling this conversation's not going anywhere more useful, so maybe we'll get going and we'll let you know how things go. All right?
Be careful in the deeps. Strange things. Strange creatures we do not understand.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, good. Great. Do you have any of them that I can see?
No.
Okay.
Do not bring light unless you have to.
I can't see in the dark.
Okay.
Can you ask them if they could draw in the dirt?
What?
The creatures.
Oh, could you maybe do a drawing of the creatures?
There are many creatures, things that hunt in the dark.
Well, it's all right because we've got Nomelin, and Nomelin also hunts in the dark. So, they'd better be careful.
Do you have the ability to protect your mind?
Nope.
Your slightly taller friend is raising their hand.
Look, it makes them even taller.
Yes, it does.
They're making a real effort to not call you all short after last time.
Good. Quite a few things hunt with the mind.
Oh, good.
Thank you for doing this for us.
You're very welcome. Thank you for protecting us from the storm when we were going up to face the dragon.
It is the way of things.
Yes. Right, well, we'd best be on our way and go and find these things that hunt in the night and, well, give them a talking to with daggers.
Thank you.
I don't have a dagger anymore. I left mine. That's a very long story. You don't need to know.
Okay.
I have a spare dagger if you needed a dagger.
Actually, I kind of do. I lost mine somewhere, and I had to magic missile a tree. And look,
okay. I understood some of that. And she hands you like a dagger. She like pulls her coat back and you just see like a array of daggers.
Roll
some
a perception check.
Quality.
Roll a perception check. Is that dagger on your belt?
Of course it is.
18.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
There's a dagger, looks like it's carved. Looks like a dragon tooth that's been carved with something.
Nice use of the dragon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Makes food spicy.
Oh, that's a good use. I'm gonna take the dagger as offered and put it somewhere about my person.
Okay.
Probably in a boot, because I think that'd be cool.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
I give her a sheath. A dagger.
Good. Otherwise, that just hurts.
My ankles.
Why did I think this was cool? Good. So you're all heading towards this entrance.
Yes.
I was going to check very briefly if Moroyet is there, but if we need to move on, we need to move on.
Moroyet is not there unless you specifically want to talk to Moroyet.
I think Thomas, before we leave, Thomas would do a glance around to see if he can find him. But not like a thorough search of the Citadel. Just aware of time.
Moroyet's probably there to see you off. Go on.
Okay, well, first things first, I'm glad things are working out, and I hope they continue to. I know we didn't get leave on the best of terms when you last saw me, so...
No, it's fine. It's more than fine, actually. You made some very good points.
Thank you. You did too, for the record. I just wanted to check because, again, we left rather unceremoniously quickly. These, and he'll indicate the shield and sword, were yours that I borrowed when we left so quickly. I took them with me. They were very helpful in fighting the dragon. Do you want them back? They are technically still yours.
What use do I have for a short sword? It's fine.
I just wanted to check. Thank you. I'll continue to put them to good use.
Good. Do that. And I will keep talking to the Open Lord and hope not feeling like I don't belong.
You know, we said before you should get a bard to do some public relations for you, and maybe that will help.
One of you mentioned knowing one with an eye patch. I think it was Curry.
No,
was Nomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. Cloppy, go find her. She'll be more deep.
I will ask Laryl, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, just say, when you meet Cloppy, tell her that you know me, and should be fine. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
It's got a kind of weird look of like, should I just tell everyone that I know Nomlin so they don't kill me? Like, that's the look. The look is like, okay.
This is good. Good information to know.
I mean, I don't know a lot of people. I don't know that many people in the Icewind Dale. Oh, no, apart from one guy. Yeah, and his brother. Continues for a while.
That kind of stuff.
We'll leave now.
Right. So you're heading towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was amazing.
A pathway leads basically towards the mountain and stops basically directly in front of a cliff face, goes directly into it, and you see this doorway that it goes directly up to. And this doorway, it looks geometric. There's some, it looks very artfully crafted. It's very big. It's about 20 foot tall. I mean, the giants wouldn't fit through there. They'd have to stoop to get in, but, it is still quite a large door. Neomlin, roll me a, what is it, Stone Cunning? History?
History advantage. Oui. That's a 13.
13?
Advantage, baby.
It's dwarven, isn't it?
this is what we've got.
It's dwarven. It is of dwarven design. It is, you don't recognize any of the crests or anything like that. To those of the untrained eye, it looks like probably you'd all get that it's dwarven, but it's got a geometric shape to it in ways, and it is bigger than you were possibly anticipating.
Okay. Do we... I was just about to say, surely we should say friend, but I feel like that's just going to make my nose bleed.
Melon.
Should we...
Should we try knocking?
Well,
it's an open archway.
Oh, we'll just walk through.
I was going to suggest that maybe we figure out how to move forward. The whole, if you don't have to light a light, don't thing kind of gave me shivers. So all I'm going to suggest is, who can see in the dark? Raise their hands.
This is going to be harsh, I think. I know it's 2.
Okay. Well, maybe a few of us, have a me and Corey, we go forward, we scout forward as we're going, keep an eye out for things. We're not going to be able to see far, 60 foot, but, Hal, you stay by.
To be honest,
if you want a light, we have a light. You don't have to have a light. We don't,
The thing is, you are a being of stealth, and I am resolutely not. And I feel like, therefore, some space between us would be excellent anyway, just for you not to get annoyed at my clanking.
No worries.
So if I stay with the light, then I will be able to see extra especially well, and be the first sort of lookout.
Cool.
I'm happy to do that.
Maybe we sort of keep ahead of you, come back, keep ahead of you, come back, keep ahead of you, come back, and
okay.
Keep the telepathic bond going as well, because you can tell it. You don't have to.
My God, I forgot we could do that.
Yeah.
I literally do it every morning.
Yeah, Shivar's can do it every morning, and it is a ritual, so you can have it forever, basically.
I'm just not used to it yet, I mean, the other day you told me how to make grass, so.
I taught you how to make grass?
Taught me how to make grass?
What are you talking about?
I think I had a lot of ale last night.
There we go. Okay.
I don't think I taught you how to make grass.
No, because that would mean no. Anyway,
What would it mean, Nolan?
Anyway, she goes forward off into the darkness.
Are you starting? Because it's not dark immediately. Like there's this door. There's an archway. This archway leads in, and there is a spill of light onto quite a well patterned and maintained, again, dwarvish looking space in there, which you could all enter. Or are you already splitting off?
Well, that's just like might as well stick together, I guess, right?
In which case, what is the marching hors d'oeuvre?
I'll run away first.
Yeah, I feel like that because
running away from this conversation.
Do we want to have somebody with a light for those?
I can just cast light on something.
Cool. Yeah. So if we have that as the thing going forward, and we have Shivareth, Halbernet, and Thomas all. But I mean, do we have to have an order, or do we think just together?
I think Corey and Nermlin up front.
Yeah.
So that they can split off if needed.
Exactly.
Because you can technically see a bit in the dark, Halbernet.
Yes.
Why don't you, out of the three of us at the back, why don't you stay towards the front of that? I'll go at the back where it's still light.
Okay.
I can see something at least.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and then as it gets
that sounds
darker,
good.
We can reevaluate.
Corey, are you with Nermlin as Nermlin stealths forward? Because Nermlin, Nar just said Nermlin left the conversation, so Not are
I
you
see.
literally running like ahead of the party, like going into the cave before
No,
everyone else?
Naomi's cooler than that. She just turned away from the conversation.
I understand. Okay, then in which case, if you're all,
It's Naomi's version of running away.
I understand. If you're all walking in together, as you step inside this space, and this whole space is dimly lit, there is some light from the doorway, but there's no other windows or anything like that, and it is 20 foot tall. There are two statues either side of the doorway on the inside. Who's got the highest passive perception of the three you can see in the dark? It's probably Nomlin. Nomlin, there's something weird around the face of the one on the right-hand side, but otherwise they just look like they look humanoid. They don't look like dwarves. They look like humans.
What's going on with this face?
Are you saying that to the group in general?
I think she's getting comfortable with everybody, so maybe telepathically says it out loud. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then like you see her like direction change slightly as she goes to inspect this statue.
It is about 20 foot tall. It's high.
And what's his face look like?
As you get closer, you think, has someone drawn spectacles on it with chalk?
Oh, I hope so.
What?
As you get close to it, the head of the statue moves.
Of course it does.
Get
and
ready.
looks down at you.
Oh. You got something on your face.
From the other side of the corridor, you just hear a faint as the other statue slowly starts to move. They both look like they're waiting for something.
Hey guys, I think maybe we've got some guards here.
Say some passwords in Dwarvish.
Password in Dwarvish. Password 1234. Clear. All is clear. Stand down.
Chill out.
You got spectacles. You got spectacles on your face, mate.
Was there anything in the book that would hint at
Nope.
password?
In which case,
We should come in peace, like.
in which
Just
case,
try it.
roll me initiative.